How long you want me to stay?
I'm never gonna let you go.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons Delight. So this is the last minute video I'm doing for the season, as I already went over the Will exit video on when he left Med in the last video. So if y'all want to go back and see that, that's in the last video. I also went over earlier. The first video I did was Jack Dayton telling Sharon that he's probably going to sell Gaffney Medical Center after 2.0. Pretty much failed on him as the investors weren't interested in it, because they needed more development time. And then I talked about Dr. Charles and Liliana, how the brothers really screwing up their relationship, and it really going to the next stage. And then the other video I did was Sean having to wait 6 months to get sober. I believe he's already been sober for a while, but he's probably hasn't reached a 6-month period to give his father his kidney transplant. And so that whole situation. Then him actually confessing his feelings to Hannah. We'll see if Hannah acts on him with him next season, if she was really interested in him. So that's going to be interesting, man. But let's pick it up from where we left off. So Will leaves Chicago. He goes to Seattle. It was funny he went to Seattle because that's where Grey's Anatomy, that's where that's at. That's another hospital show. So will he appear there? Nah, he ain't going to appear there. But it was just funny, though. But the scene kind of was weird, though, because I heard a kid yelling his name. And I was like, who the hell is this kid? And it ended up being Natalie's son, Owen, who we hadn't really seen that. We hadn't seen him that big yet, so we didn't even know who that kid was at first. And I was like, this is some kid that knows Will. And then Will recognized him. He's like, oh, man, you got big. And then that's when Natalie popped up. And that was a huge backdoor surprise, bro. It was already a shocker that Will was even leaving, because nobody knew that he was the one exiting, because they teased it the week before that it might be Maggie. But we knew somebody was leaving, though, because of that reason. So I was thinking, oh, man, I'm going to have to say goodbye to Maggie. And I love Maggie. I was like, man, I'm going to have to say goodbye to Maggie next week. She's going to get this position. She's going to lead the show. It ended up being Will. I could not believe it. Now both brothers, both of the Halsteads are gone. Jay on PD now. So that's crazy in one season, man. I don't know why Nick G left, man. The show, I'm pretty sure that reason's going to come up just like it did for Jay recently. Jay left on his own accord. It wasn't, because some people thought it was him getting fired because of financial reasons. Because I know they were doing a lot of cuts and stuff on some of these NBC shows. And just like every other network, man. But it's, I think with this situation, we're going to find out why he left. But let's instead of talking about the real life stuff, let's pick up where this was, because this was crazy with Natalie being there, right? So I think I forgot to talk about this in the last video. I was going to go over it, but I'll talk about it here. So Will was leaving because he wasn't satisfied with how the hospital had changed. The show had just a for-profit private hospital. And I'm going to be honest, he might have got out of there at the right time, because this dude, Jack Dayton, is about to sell this thing, and it might not even be a hospital to the person that he sells it to, man. We'll see that's the storyline next season. But so he leaves, and I think he really left because he knew who he was going back to go see, man. Or maybe it was just a last minute thing. Maybe when he decided he was going to leave, he called Natalie, or maybe Natalie called him. I don't know. That's the thing, man. I want to know if this was something that he was already planning. He kind of made that as an excuse for why he wanted to leave. He didn't really want to tell anybody the real reason why he was going to leave. So he goes all the way across the country to the Pacific Northwest in Seattle. And he's going to be with Natalie. He's going to move in with her. And they're going to have a family with him and Owen, man. Her son. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, this is why I do like it sometimes when characters exit if you don't kill them off, because they can at least make a cameo. We've been seeing Casey on Chicago Fire come in and out so many times this season, or it's dating back to last season and the season finale last year. And so you get to see cool little cameos like this with Natalie. I'm pretty sure that this isn't like she's not back on the show or anything. This is just the way to write Will off. But I would like to see an update on them at some point. We know that she's willing, she's on good terms with him because she came back for this episode. So if Nick is too, maybe we'll see him. Maybe we'll see an episode with them, you know, in Seattle or whatever. Maybe they'll even visit Meg one day. You know, I think that'd be cool if they went back to Chicago one day and visited Meg. But it gives you it's so many questions now that I got. Now that this happened, bro. Like, now this is going to feel weird because I'm pretty sure they're not picking up from this, bro. Like, it's going to be a while. If they do, it's going to be a while. It might even be a season or two. We might not see them for some time. And so we're just going to be left wondering, damn. Because I know a lot of fans, I wasn't the biggest Nick and, you know, I mean, not Nick, Will and Natalie fan. But I know for the fans, though, and I'm interested now. Like, I'm interested now, though. I'm interested in seeing what's going on with this. And I know for Will and Natalie fans, they're probably happy. But I know they're going to be torn a little bit, too, because he's leaving the show, and I'm pretty sure she's not coming back either with him. So you're going to be left wondering, like, oh, man, where could this have gone, man? Well, this was crazy, man. Give me your thoughts, man. By the way, I did a poll, and I need y'all to keep voting in here. Going to the community tab. I'm going to have a lot of wrestling polls because it's a big weekend for pro wrestling. So you're going to have to, like, really scroll to see this poll if you're watching this a little bit later than the day that I'm releasing this video. You're probably going to have to really, really scroll. But there's a poll right now that's up. And it's basically asking, who are you shocked with? If you're a big supporter of Meg, make sure you vote for Will and Natalie. They're leading right now 52%, which shocked me. Really shocked me that people, but it really was the biggest surprise of the night, though. It really was, because nobody expected this, man. But continue to vote, and thank you in advance for voting and liking the poll as well. But that is going to do it this season, guys, man. I'm going to move on to Chicago Fire now. It's been an amazing season for me. The last two seasons, I think, have really been good. They've been really back on track. But man, this is a big loss for the show, though. I think this is going to be a big loss. But we'll see who they bring in or who they really have step up in his position. We're gonna see, man. It's a big loss, man. It kind of it's getting to me now a little bit that he's gone, man. But we're gonna see, man. But thank you to all of y'all that have been watching my videos all season, man. I really appreciate it. I'll see y'all next season. There is a writer's strike, so we might have a delay in the start of the season. I don't know if we're gonna start in September. We'll probably start a little later than that, maybe November or January is the date I've been hearing. So it'll probably be a little bit later next year. But whenever we see each other again, I'll see y'all. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching. Take care this summer. Make sure y'all go in and like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video as well. Thank y'all for watching. After News to Light.